Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Daily Alien. We have discovered not one, but two advanced, intelligent, extraterrestrial alien civilizations. They are here, unable to hide, well due to advancements in military radar technologies, and have even come in direct contact with the US Army, among other armies, many times over the past 70 years. No logical and reasonable person who follows the news is buying the BS the US government, among others, is feeding us. The recent first public congressional hearing into UFO sightings in the US in over 50 years caused waves and a media frenzy. They did not conclude it with a sentence that has the word aliens in it, but the message was clear and supported with hardcore evidence in the form of video footage captured by the US Army. So right here, the question is no longer whether alien civilization exists or not, nor when do scientists expect to discover them, but rather which exoplanets did they come from and how, because they are already here. Stay tuned because the truth is out and it's very real. Let's talk about the US and the Chinese armies that are forced to uncover the truth. The US Army is no longer able to hide the truth because it is responsible for the ultimate national security of the USA. And they, along with the Russian and Chinese armies, are the sole forces that can make a difference in countering and dealing with any type of alien intrusions into our planet's space borders, right? I mean, it's logical. The recent footage and audio recordings from the US Army encounters with UFOs show two distinct types of UFOs. So, in one of the incidents in 2014, the American Nimitz Strick Group dispatched fighter jets to engage alien UFOs. The pilots first witnessed a massive object under the ocean water, and as soon as they tried to get a closer look, alien saucers traveling at super high speeds while performing distracting maneuvers engaged the fighter jets and drove them in a catch me if you can race kind of way from the massive mobile underwater UFO. Quite crazy, right? Not only that, but actually these alien saucers were incredibly fast and zigzag. The American fighter pilots managed to snap just enough clear images and videos, even though the situation escalated so fast that more fighter jets were immediately dispatched to join the battle. A similar incident took place near New Zealand in recent years. High-quality images were also taken by the fighter jets' pilots chasing similar or maybe even the same alien saucers. The event was briefly reported by a major New Zealand news agency, but was soon removed and vanished from existence as it never happened. The US Army has yet to declassify the intriguing encounter with the alien saucers. According, though, to retired intelligence officers, such events happen more than often than people think, but the armies and intelligence services coordinate to keep them top secret. In fact, the American politician and attorney who served as the Director of National Intelligence from 2020 to 2021, John Ratcliffe, said, "Officials have been tracking technologies beyond our capabilities." What is more interesting, that the Pentagon admits that recently released videos are not at all compelling in comparison to other videos in which UFOs were sighted as close as 50 feet from fighter jets. The other type of alien advanced UFO sighted and documented by the US Army includes footage of triangular-shaped UFOs. This is very interesting because the most credible UFO sightings since ancient times always were either saucer or pyramid-shaped.
Transmedium vehicles. And I obtained, as a journalist, and released some of this historic footage directly confirmed by the Pentagon. So that is significant in and of itself, how quickly they confirmed that these reports are contained within their educational briefings.
The Chinese Army also came online recently regarding UFOs in a rather indirect way. Just last week, Chinese astronomers at the massive ground-based Chinese telescope, FAST, announced in plain words that a radio signal they received in 2020 from the direction of the constellation Lyra, which hosts a few stars, with potentially habitable exoplanets such as Kepler-62f, Kepler-442b, and Kepler-348b is a result of one thing only, and they said alien technology. And it's definitely not a result of any natural or man-made astronomical phenomena, because that signal is quite bizarre to be executed by something rather rational. One last thing, astrophysicists and astrobiologists and astronomers in particular have always been afraid to announce their discoveries openly with a strong eye. They fear that the governments which fund their agencies will stop funding their projects and operations, not to mention the loss of the credibility and exposure to hush up or else pressure, It happened before, for example, an article reporting that alien signal that was captured by FAST and deciphered by Chinese scientists was posted on the website of China's state-backed Science and Technology daily newspaper. But it was interesting because it was later removed. So, does that represent a standard issued hush-up by governments? Of course it does. At least that's my opinion, humbly. As for budget cuts and lack of money for international projects to keep an ear for alien signals and an eye for tracking UFOs from far distant exoplanets, just look at the SETI Institute, which has more than 100 research scientists investigating the nature of the universe and the prevalence of life beyond Earth. They're always suffering from the lack of funding and clandestine governmental intelligence and military interference. They're always broke, and what's even worse, losing funding. Interesting, right? Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Indeed, to prove the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life on an exoplanet requires hard evidence and proof beyond any doubt. We have evidence that aliens are present on our planet, hiding below Earth's deep oceans that cover most of our planet, and deep in the endless deserts and isolated areas of sparsely populated, massive regions, such as the hot, sandy Sahara Desert in Africa, the super cold ice and snow desert of Antarctica, and also nations such as Canada, Greenland, Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Australia, and also Argentina. But the thing is that we do not have evidence of alien civilizations on exoplanets. However, all that is about to change as soon as July 12, 2022, when the James Webb Telescope officially comes online. So let's hope that there won't be too much of a hush-up pressure involved.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
Now let's talk more about the equations. Every day, new scientific discoveries prove the solidity and accuracy of the Drake equation, which calculates how many advanced and detectable civilizations there should be in the Milky Way in any 1 year. Delightedly, the number is huge, right? According to the Drake equation, the Milky Way, which has between 100 to 200 billion star systems, conceivably hosts about 100,000 active intelligent civilizations. That is just mathematically logical to predict. So, in a conclusion, alien civilizations exist. We have evidence that 2 of them have a presence on planet Earth. Meanwhile, cover-ups and hush-ups and all those shenanigans point out that we have already discovered exoplanets that sustain life and host intelligence and primitive life forms. However though, the question is, and it begs itself, are we ready for them? Are we ready for what the technology they are using to travel incomprehensibly in interstellar distances? I am betting that they have mastered the science of folding space, like using wormholes, which is perfectly compatible with our Albert Einstein's equation and the theory of relativity.
To leave these victims to their misery would be a heavy blow to all those who believe in human solidarity and would encourage those who believe only in force and oppression and who act accordingly.
Thank you so much for watching. Giving us a thumbs up would really help the algorithm make our channel grow to a wider audience. If you like our content, make sure to subscribe, as we love making content for free here on YouTube about awesome space facts, updates, discoveries, and alien mysteries. It really is the best way to support us. We post awesome, interesting facts and news and discussions every other day on YouTube, so make sure to check out the rest of the videos uploaded on our channel regularly. See you at the next one. Cheers.